In this training, you're going to learn a true roadmap to actually getting AI built in your business in the easiest, fastest, and most leveraged way. There is so much hype and excitement and even anxiety around AI. There are so many tools out there, and yet there's far too little actual building and implementation happening. You're going to get in this training our AI True Build Roadmap, a roadmap that you can follow step by step by step, 3 simple steps actually, that you can use to finally get AI built and know that you're on the right path. I've personally deployed AI now in 6 companies. There's no such thing as being finished with deploying AI, so we're constantly building more and more. And I think that this is a really important training because there's an ever-growing gap between those who are actually building and using AI and those who are not. AI is a massive tsunami, a massive wave that's come our way, and there's one of 2 places you can be. You can be underneath the wave and get crushed by it, or you can grab a surfboard and ride the wave and have a great time being on the winning side of this very interesting time where there are clearly going to be winners and losers. Welcome to the HP3 show. We're here for high performance, high profit, and high purpose. My name is Tim Francis. I'm an entrepreneur in Austin, Texas. I'm a former college athlete turned varsity athlete. And this is a very, very special multi-part training that I'm going to bring you here today. It was December 2022 when I saw ChatGPT for the very first time. I was in an Airbnb with some fellow entrepreneurs, and we were doing our planning for the coming year. Someone mentioned ChatGPT. I happened to pull it up on my phone, and it completely rocked my world. Whatever I thought my next year's plans were going to be were out the window because this changed everything. It didn't stop there though. Fast forward to February 2025, so just over 2 years later, and for the first time, I saw an AI agent at work. I watched Lindy, the AI tool, go into a spreadsheet, grab a name and email address, and then come over to my email inbox and write an email completely customized to that person. Completely blew my mind and everything changed again. The third piece, and I would say this was a very, very big jump, although in a more kind of maybe humble way, is the first time that I saw ChatGPT's operator working. They've since retired that feature and they now call it something else. But in essence, I saw it actually take over the control of my keyboard, and it went and grabbed the name and cell number of someone off a spreadsheet, and it went into my Google Voice account and sent them a text message to their phone. Oh my word, everything changed once again. So that was about a year ago, and oh my word, have things ever accelerated. Not only can the tools do more and more and more, but they're getting easier and easier and easier to use. When I first used Lindy to build an AI agent, it took me, no kidding, 25 hours of time just to learn how to set up an AI agent. Now, just a few months ago, Lindy released an AI builder so it will build AI agents for you. So basically, like you can just talk to ChatGPT and say, here's what I want. You can say that into Lindy and it will now actually build the AI agent for you. And then the AI agent goes and does work for you. So the AI powers are, yes, they're kind of sidecar tools like ChatGPT that we can learn and program, and they can summarize things and they can write things and kind of work by our side. And I think that's a very important part of the equation here. Equally as important, though, and probably even more important in the future, is not sidecar tools, but actually agents, where you can actually set up AI agents to go and do things for you, where it's actually executing work, even if you're not looking at it, even if you're not prompting it. It's just running through steps, sometimes even making decisions and getting things done. I want you to be a part of the winning side of this equation. And so that's why I put together our method here, which is the AI True Build Roadmap with 3 simple steps. And before I get into those steps, I'll let you know that I've put together a free workbook that you can use to follow along. Just look in the description below, click there, and that will take you through to the companion workbook to this course. All right, so digging in, the 3 parts of our roadmap are mindset, delegation, cycle, and rollout. I'm going to give you an overview of the whole method right now. And then from there, in the next video, we'll talk about mindset more deeply. Then we'll go to delegation cycle more deeply in the video after that. And then the video after that will be rollout. And then after that, we'll actually show you some case studies as well, so you can see the AI TrueBuild roadmap in action and to see the kind of magic that could be happening in your business as well by simply deploying what you learn here in this training. So the very first part is mindset. And the most interesting thing is the way to really build out AI in your business is actually not to use AI at all. And I know that that may sound very counterintuitive, but over and over and over again, it actually starts with a whiteboard or paper and pen or Lucidchart or some other mind mapping software or maybe your iPad. That's actually where it starts. So to have that kind of like design mindset, rather than trying to open up AI agents and kind of bash around, is going to save you so much time. I have probably saved my clients and myself like 100 hours of work just by designing away from the tools first before we get into the actual tools and build itself. Second piece of mindset is really around how realizing that if you do a really bad job of creating a prompting to ChatGPT, you're going to get a really bad response. Same thing is if you give a really bad set of instructions to a human, they're going to do a really bad job. So the quality of our instructions is actually where we really need to be thinking from first. And then furthermore, we also need you to be thinking kind of like an Indiana Jones type adventurer, where your job is to go out and really define, design, and delegate what needs to happen next in the business. Then after that, you can't just run off to the next treasure. We need to get you to actually download your brain and then propagate that handed off. So these are some of the big mindset items that we'll cover in the very next video, and that gives you a broad idea. So the second part of the 3 steps after mindset is what's called the delegation cycle. And so this is something I invented long ago, actually long before AI was on really anyone's radar, when I was teaching delegation of entrepreneurs to their executive assistants, and we still teach this to this day, is what's called the delegation cycle. And the 3 parts of the delegation cycle are define, design, delegate. Define is knowing, okay, so what part of the business or what part of the project and what specific task and outcome are we isolating to give AI treatment to? If we just say email inbox or event planning or webinar promotion or something, it's never going to work. We got to get way more focused, way more granular, and really get the scope right. And I've got some tools for that, which I'll show to you. Once we have that scoped properly, then after that, we get into actually designing what this AI agent is going to do. Or you might find that certain steps should be done by humans. And so designing what that looks like is equally as important in that step. And then from there, the third part is to delegate. A lot of leaders and entrepreneurs do management by abdication, where they're just like, you figure it out. And that almost never works. We need to be not management by abdication, but management by delegation. And there's a very, very clear, smooth collection of AI tools that we have there to help you make that as easy and fast as possible. And also in that third part in delegation, there's thought about who should be the right person that gets this. Should it be AI? Should it be a human? If it's a human, is it an executive assistant, or is it your marketing team, or is it an outside vendor? There's some careful thought that goes into that part as well. Going into the third part of the AI TrueBuild roadmap, we have rollout. So once we have a clear sense of the define and the design, what is the rollout plan? We need to be careful to make sure that if we're going to be changing things for our team, that we're being thoughtful about who needs training, about who needs what accounts, who needs what access, and oftentimes starting with some kind of like a pilot program usually really saves your bacon. If you try to roll something out to like 10 team members at the same time, or even 3 team members at the same time, all the strengths of your AI tool will be magnified, which is exciting and welcome. But all of the dysfunction, all the bugs in it, all the parts it doesn't work and it hallucinates is also going to be multiplied by 3 people or 10 people or whoever you're trying to get using this. So we've got a collection of ideas on how you can properly deploy, be it pilot programs, team training, creating like a rollout map, and actually how do you iterate once an AI agent is out there rolling, once an AI tool is live, even if it is a sidecar tool. What do we have to do to make sure that it keeps up with the times, it keeps getting the right kind of TLC and improvements so that it keeps getting better and better and better and better over time, rather than it kind of falling behind the times, if you will. We want to be adding capacity for every one of your team members. We don't want to be adding confusion or complexity. So those are the 3 parts of our roadmap of what we'll be studying: mindset, delegation cycle, and rollout. And I will let you know that if you miss any one of those 3 pieces, you're hooped. Now, most entrepreneurs, in my experience, and no fault of anyone, I used to be in this boat myself, actually get all 3 parts wrong. So we're going to help you get all 3 parts right so that you've got a fighting chance, not just a fighting chance, but you're maximizing the odds to really starting to get some of the most incredible magic of AI working for you. And so with our AI True Build roadmap, there is no question in my mind that you will save time, greatly increase your team's productivity, and build a profitable AI machine inside of your company. Now, that's not to say that AI will do everything everywhere in your business. In fact, you'll see how you very deliberately want to make sure that you have humans at different points of your business, for sure. So we'll also show you where you should keep some humans in the loop there as well. So to make all this super easy, do grab the free companion workbook. It is in the description below. It will walk you through each step of the AI True Build roadmap. And as you're following each video, you can follow along there as well. Now, I'll also add that I'm putting these videos in a playlist. So look at this card and you can click on that, and that will get you going through the playlist so that you can study these lessons in order. Now, if you're not interested in doing the whole course, but you would like to stay in touch, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also do consider subscribing to my newsletter, which is over at gohp3.com. All right, well, I hope to see you in the very next session where we dive deeper into the AI True roadmap and we can get AI built deep into your business so you can enjoy all the best parts of AI. All right, I'll see you in the next one.